The Legal Weights Calculator. The Legal Weights Calculator tool can help you to determine if your commercial vehicle's weight falls within the allowable weight range for your truck and trailer combination. The tool may only be used for divisible loads. A divisible load is any vehicle or combination of vehicles transporting cargo of legal dimensions that can be separated into units of legal weight without affecting the physical integrity of the load. Examples of divisible loads include aggregate, logs, and hay. Finally, this tool will not indicate if a permit is necessary, but it will help determine how much weight can potentially be hauled with a permit. Please call the Over Legal Permit Office at 800-662-7133 for questions pertaining to over legal permits. The Legal Weights Calculator tool contains fields to enter information on axle spacing and axle weights. Information entered into these fields will automatically populate in the table below. The table contains information for the number of axles, spacing information, which is also rounded, the legal weight allowed, the actual weight to be input into the axle weights fields, and the weight status, allowed or over, which is also communicated in the table to the right. This table includes the total gross weight, the total number of axles, the total axle distance, and a color-coded indicator box. To use the Legal Weights Calculator tool, enter your axle spacing information. Axle spacing is measured in feet and inches and is the distance from the center of the axle to the center of the next axle. This tool will accommodate vehicle combinations with up to 13 axles. When entering spacing information in the tool, please keep in mind that any section that has information for feet must also have information for inches. If your axle spacing measurements do not contain inches, enter 0. For example, if spacing is measured at 4 feet from the center of the axle to the center of the next axle, enter 4 in the FT box and 0 in the IN box. If information has not been entered properly, the indicator box will turn yellow. If you already know your axle weights or would like to test specific weights, enter your weights in pounds per axle in the blue boxes under each tire icon. Weights of over 20,000 pounds for any single axle are not allowed. If you know your axle weights by group, divide the weight by the number of axles in that group and enter the equally divided weight for each axle. For example, if you know that axles 4 through 6 weigh 40,000 pounds total, divide the 40,000 pounds by 3, the number of axles in the grouping, to get 13,333 pounds for each axle. If your weights are within the allowable limit, the indicator box will remain green. If your weights are not within the allowable limit, the indicator box will turn red. The large table depicts how much weight is allowed per grouping based upon your axle spacing and may be used to troubleshoot errors or weight distribution questions. In our example, it is easy to see that axles 2 through 3 are over the allowable weight. You may need to scroll down to see all of the data present in this table. Please keep in mind that you are governed by the lowest amount allowed per grouping. For example, if you have 8 axles and grouping 1 through 4 allows 60,000 pounds and grouping 5 through 8 allows 60,000 pounds, you could presume that your maximum weight would be 120,000 pounds. However, if grouping 1 through 8 shows 116,500 pounds as your maximum, that is the governing group overall, which would mean you could put up to 60,000 on the first group or the last group, and could allot the remaining weight elsewhere for a total of 116,500 pounds. For questions about this tool or legal weight calculations, contact the Over Legal Permit Office at 800-662 7133.